Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hey Raptors, welcome back to the JMMS Raptor News.
Today is Tuesday, October 12th.
Okay, yesterday we did a lab and we were looking at the difference between elements, compounds, and mixtures. Let's see some of the answers you found. So, first one I pulled, 6, lost. What is aluminum foil? Is this an element? Is this a compound or a mixture?
It's an element.
It's an element. Awesome. Let me go and pull another number. And I pulled number 18. Chloe, do you agree with Lala's statement or disagree, and why? You agree because it only has one atom. I completely agree too. Double check your answers for number 5 and make sure that everybody has that you have this as an element. Okay, so in case I missed you yesterday during the lab, go ahead and make sure that that is element.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mrs. Allred, and I am one of the English teachers here at James Monroe. I'm also one of our teacher leaders here, and I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about teacher feedback in Google Classroom. So I'm going to show you today a couple ways that you can figure out how you're doing on an assignment by looking at the feedback your teachers have given you. We're going to start by looking at an example of one of my students' work, and this is a warm-up. We do warm-ups every day in my class, and the expectation is that the students are copying and pasting the agendas from some agenda slides and then doing different activities for their warm-ups. So the first place they can look to see their progress is, of course, at their grade, and this student got a 10 out of 10 for their grade this week. The first place the student will look to figure out why they received what they received is by looking at the rubric. So my rubric is posted over here to the side, and this is a warm-up, so it's just graded on completion and effort. So as you can see, you've just got the 2 little blue dots here. And when I hover my mouse over the dots, it just says that they're showing mastery. On you guys, I believe it goes horizontally at the top of kind of your assignment when you're looking at it in Google Classroom. It looks a little bit different, but the information's the same. You can click a drop-down bar, which will show you the different things that you can score on this rubric. So this student is a master because they copied and pasted the agenda every single day. If they only copied and pasted 4, it'd be less. 3, 2, 1, none answered would be a 0. Completion of the actual warm-up activities are the second portion of this rubric. And you can see here that a master is a person who fills out all the days and the warm-ups meet the day's criteria. So there's specific things I'm looking for each day. If they complete all the days but maybe don't reach the criteria, they don't write 5 sentences for a paragraph, or they don't answer all the questions, they can still get 4 points. Now, if they start skipping doing warm-ups, then they would be losing points down to that proficient. If they miss 2, they'd be nearing proficient, and after that, they'd be beginning steps. After that, you can get down to a 0, which is no effort, where no work was completed. So that is what the rubric looks like. After that, the other place you can look to get your feedback are the teacher comments. So underneath the rubric, you can see here private comments. So I commented to this student that their Tuesday grammar was excellent because we do grammar on Tuesdays. All of the sentences were compound sentences and only one sentence needed the comma moved. The student and I would then be able to talk about this one area here where the comma is after the coordinating conjunction instead of before it. So I told the student, remember, the comma goes before the coordinating conjunction. Wednesday, I commented that sentence 2 was done perfectly, and I really liked the way that they worded their question here for question 1. Finally, I told the student, I love your Friday fiction. It's so creative and you use capital letters correctly, because we've been working really hard in my class on capitalizing I, capitalizing names of things. Another place you can look to figure out what the rubric is on an activity is when you're in your Google Classroom and you see an assignment. You can look here and there will be the rubric on the assignment. If your teacher is using rubrics, that is. So if your teacher is using rubrics and you're getting ready to start a new assignment, you want to begin by opening that rubric up to see what it says. So in this case, we were doing a Nearpod on the activist Dolores Huerta, and what the rubric is it's a 20-point rubric, and I was looking that they participated in the Nearpod and that they scored 90% or better participation, that there was an issue for change because we turned this into an activism project where the students had to pick something they wanted to change, and so they had to make sure that that was really clear and that when they presented, the audience understood the request for change. There's a poster and an oral presentation. I hope this helps, that you guys will now understand where you can look to find rubrics and how you will score rubrics in Google Classroom as a way to better understand your teacher feedback. Thank you.